He wasn't born in America. He used his brother's birth certificate to compete in the Olympics. And technically, he was never a U.S. citizen, but he won 5 Olympic gold medals for the United States. He set 67 world records. He went nearly 10 years without losing a single freestyle race. And one day on Lake Michigan, he pulled 11 drowning people from a capsized boat with his bare hands. Some called it talent. Some called it deception. But maybe it was something else entirely. His name was Johnny Weissmuller, the greatest swimmer of his century, and later, Hollywood's most famous Tarzan. These are 10 documented moments from his extraordinary life. Let's begin. 1. The birth certificate that changed Olympic history. For most of his life, Johnny told a simple story. Born in Windber, Pennsylvania, American citizen, proudly representing the United States. But Romanian civil records later proved something different. He was born June 2, 1904, in what is now Timișoara, Romania. His family immigrated to America when he was 7 months old, arriving through Ellis Island in January 1905 with just $23.50. Here's where it becomes complicated. His younger brother, Peter, was born in Pennsylvania later that year, an American citizen by birth. When Johnny prepared for the 1924 Olympics, proof of citizenship was required. His father had never completed naturalization, so the brothers switched identities. Johnny used Peter's Pennsylvania birth certificate. The arrangement stayed secret for decades, even from many close to him. Olympic historian David Walchinski confirmed the Romanian birthplace years after Johnny's death. Technically, he was never a U.S. citizen, but he won 5 gold medals for America. 2. Polio at 9, world's fastest swimmer by 18. As a child in Chicago, Johnny contracted polio, at a time when the disease crippled thousands. His doctor recommended swimming as therapy. The water changed everything. By 11, he joined the YMCA. By 16, he was training under legendary coach William Bill Backrack. Backrack forced him to train an entire year without competition. Endless drills. Endless discipline. The boy, once weakened by polio, became the fastest swimmer alive before his 20th birthday. 3. The first man under 1 minute. On July 9, 1922, at age 18, Johnny did what experts thought impossible. He swam the 100 meters freestyle in 58.6 seconds, the first human ever under 1 minute. He broke the record previously held by Hawaiian legend Duke Kahanamoku. By the time he retired, Johnny had set 67 world records. His 100-yard freestyle time of 51 seconds stood for 17 years. Observers described his stroke as effortless, gliding high across the water. He once said, "Speed comes from relaxation." 4. The Lake Michigan Rescue. July 28, 1927. A passenger boat called the Favorite capsized during a sudden squall on Lake Michigan. Panic, screaming, chaos. Johnny and his brother swam into the wreckage. He personally rescued 11 people. 27 died that day. Without him, the number would have been higher. Chicago awarded him a key to the city, not for medals, but for courage. 2 days later, he won the Chicago River Marathon. 5 Olympic gold medals, and almost a decade undefeated. From 1921 until his retirement in 1929, Johnny Weissmuller did not lose a single freestyle race. At the 1924 Paris Olympics, he won 3 gold medals and 1 bronze. At the 1928 Amsterdam Olympics, he won 2 more gold medals, all in record time. In 1950, the Associated Press named him the greatest swimmer of the first half of the 20th century. 6. A thank you gift from Al Capone. In 1930, during a promotional tour, Johnny befriended a quiet boy at a hotel pool. 2 large men watched silently. Soon after, a package arrived at his room, a fine watch and a note. "Thanks for taking care of my son." Signed, Al Capone. The boy was Capone's son. The story appears in Johnny's authorized 1964 biography. 7. From swimmer to Tarzan. In 1932, he was cast as Tarzan in Tarzan the Ape Man. He made 12 Tarzan films over 17 years. His famous yell became legendary and later legally trademarked. He performed his own stunts, worked with wild animals, and in 17 years of filming dangerous jungle scenes, he was never seriously injured. 8. The marriage to Lupe Velez. In 1933, he married fiery actress Lupe Velez. Their relationship became tabloid legend, explosive arguments, public scenes, dramatic breakups. They divorced in 1939. When she died in 1944, Johnny served as a pallbearer. Despite everything, he mourned her. 9. Teaching sailors to swim through fire. During World War II, Johnny trained Navy recruits in survival techniques. How to escape burning oil on water after torpedo attacks. Jump through flames. Swim underwater. Surface briefly. Dive again. He received official commendation for his service. Years later, in 1958 Cuba, he reportedly avoided danger during unrest by standing up and delivering the Tarzan yell. Even rebels recognized the Jungle King. 10. Fortune lost, and a 21-gun salute. He earned millions during his career, but bad investments, multiple divorces, and lack of film residuals drained his wealth. By the 1970s, he was working as a greeter at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Two legends shaking hand for tips, Johnny Weissmuller and boxing champion Joe Louis. In his final years, illness left him unable to swim. The greatest swimmer of his era. Watching a pool he could no longer enter. He died January 20th, 1984, in Acapulco, Mexico. At his request, the Tarzan yell was played 3 times at his funeral. U.S. leaders, including Ronald Reagan and Ted Kennedy, helped arrange a 21-gun salute. 3 nations claimed him. America celebrated him. Romania remembered him. Mexico buried him. Born in Romania, raised in Chicago, used his brother's birth certificate, won 5 Olympic gold medals, set 67 world records, rescued 11 drowning strangers, became Hollywood's most iconic Tarzan, lost his fortune, and left the world to the echo of a jungle yell. Some champions are born privileged. Johnny Weissmuller was born sick, foreign, and poor, and he became unforgettable anyway. Which moment surprised you the most? The birth certificate deception? The Lake Michigan rescue? Or the greatest swimmer in the world ending life unable to enter a pool? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe for more true stories about legends who refuse to quit.